this is the only camera that's real out of these three. I'm pretty sure these two are just little glass balls. They glued the camera lens in place. See? Oh, I was bang on. Oh, I called that.
Hello, this is Talamir and welcome to another repair video. In this video, we're looking at something very, very weird. This weird oddity is a knockoff phone. It's supposed to look like basically a iPhone Pro Max of some kind. As you can definitely see, it has those characteristics. But it feels like they didn't know which way to go, and they kind of made a mixture. At least in my opinion, they made a mixture of something between a Samsung Galaxy Note something and an iPhone Pro Max something.
Now the issues with this phone is a bit weird. The phone itself works, it turns on, it does stuff, it does phone stuff. I think it's completely out of juice right now. If I use my amp meter here, it should show some sort of draw. Huh, or not. I'm not getting anything at all off of this. The customer had stated that it was really hot all the time. I'm seeing it blipping up here every once in a while here at about 20 milliamps, which is not a whole lot. Maybe the phone was having issues with some sort of short inside of the phone itself. If that's the case, the battery would be completely ran down and there'd be absolutely no juice left in it. With that in mind, I want to try taking this phone apart and just see whether or not there's something going on inside of it. I'm going to try heating this up. We're going to see if we can get on in. These kinds of phones that are knockoffs, they do some really weird things with them in order to cut costs. So I have no idea what I'm actually getting into with this. It could be easy to get into or incredibly difficult. So why it's so important for me to be able to get into this phone to determine whether or not this thing's got a short. And I'm not fixing this. This is purely curiosity. I'm not even getting paid to work on this. He simply asked, hey, do you want to go and take a look at a really weird phone and, you know, tell me why this thing's got a short? I mean, sure, if you can fix it, awesome, but, you know, I was like, yeah, you know what, sure. I'm curious. I'll take a look at it. It's not worth fixing, but I'll take a look. Holy crud, I don't know if you guys can see this. This is crazy. The battery itself, it's soldered to the board. I don't think I haven't seen a battery, a lithium-ion battery, that has been soldered to the board in quite some time. This is funny. I don't even know why they bothered. This right here is a dual type of sensor. It's first off, I think that it is a water sensor, a liquid damage sensor, but also it's a coverage to see whether or not the phone's been tampered with. Why did they even bother putting that there? That's so weird. Okay, I think that should be enough that I can get in. I could just start off from the top anyways to get to the battery. I mean, it's wide open. I don't know why, but this is exceedingly difficult to get this little bit off. It's like there's a screw that's hidden. I'm wondering if they hid a screw underneath the computer. I'm just gonna say computer. Underneath the camera lens. It feels like it's like right there. I need to take the screen off in order to get to it. That is so weird. Another funny thing here too is that only one of the cameras is real. I don't know, I'm taking a guess here, but I'm like almost 100% positive that this right here, this is the only camera that's real out of these three. I'm pretty sure these two are just little glass balls. Oh, that's bizarre. They soldered the speaker. They soldered it in place. So you remember the screws on this side, or what I think is a screw, be right around here. I don't see anything. Okay, that's it. Damage time. There is a screw. They covered it over with the camera lens themselves, and the camera lens won't come out. So there is a screw, but I had to destroy the frame just to get to it. So they glued the camera lens in place. See? Oh, I was bang on. Oh, I called that. One single camera that it does have some stabilizer going on in it. That's kind of cool. Let's see about whether or not that battery has any voltage left in it. I think if it has 3 volts, it'll charge. I might be wrong about that, but I think that might be on the right track. The battery is completely and totally flat. We could try boosting it. I'm wanting to do that mostly out of pure curiosity. There's 2 ways I could go about that. I could try applying voltage directly to those wires that are exposed right there, but normally the method that works best, if the board has a charge control module built into the battery itself, it's better to take the battery apart, just the top bit there, and apply voltage directly to the terminals. Now you guys can't see it, it's just off screen, but I've got a variable power supply that goes up to 30 volts and 4 amps, or 15 volts and 7 amps. And now I'm just going to set it for 3.7 volts to start. Let's just see if I get anything going here. It is taking an amperage. It's taking way too much amperage. Okay, I don't want to hold that long. It's trying to charge at like 3 amps, which is insane. I just want to see now at this point if it's going to take some sort of a charge. Maybe even just that tiny amount was enough for it to do something. Maybe it'll now charge off of that small amount. I don't know if the screen survived what I just did to it. Yeah, I'm not getting anything. Curiosity. Let's just leave that plugged in and try charging it like this. Let's see what happens. I just want to see whether or not, can you see it? I just want to see whether or not it's going to do anything with what I've got just plugged in there. So when I put my probes on the battery like this and have it charging at the same time, it is doing something. I want to see if it's now a little bit higher. It doesn't take much to wake a battery up. Even just a minute connected to the board can be enough. It's draining super fast right now. Oh wow, right back down to 0. So clearly this phone has a significant short inside of it, and I can't get the phone even in, like, I can't even get enough juice in it to wake it up. I'm not even going to explore where that short might be. These kinds of phones, I mean, they're a garbage phone in the first place, but if I was to take a bet where that short circuit would be, a very likely source would be the charge control circuit itself. Another way I could do it, actually, I've got my thermal camera here. I was going to end it, but you know what? Connect up my thermal camera, put those probes on there, and just see what lights up. Because if I'm putting in that kind of voltage and the battery itself gives off 3.85 volts as its output, I don't know what, well, that might be its input. I'm going to, let's assume it's a 3.85. Something, you know, put in some voltage in there. The rest of the phone, it should be seeing something, right? At 3.8 volts. Oh, it's gone right back up to 3.6. How am I going to do this? This is hard. Like, I can't clamp onto these. The board is looking warmer, I gotta say, that's for sure. It's gotten up to 70 degrees Celsius right there. Yeah, it's heating up right here. It's right at where the battery is. I'm guessing the battery is faulty. So that's all there is to this. I'm leaving it there. So that's it, guys. Still taken apart. I ain't putting this back together. It's going right into the bin for my electronics waste. If you guys like the video, please do leave a like. And if you want to see more of my stuff, subscribe. We'll see you guys all in another video. Bye.